Most people think discipline means waking up at 5 a.m., taking cold showers, or grinding 24/7. But real discipline starts way before any of that. It starts the moment you do something, even when your brain begs you not to. And here's the scary part. Most people never build real discipline at all. They stay trapped in temporary motivation their entire lives. These are the 7 levels of discipline. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why some people change their lives, while others stay stuck forever. Discipline is one of the most misunderstood things on the internet. People think it's about being extreme, but it's not. Discipline is actually your ability to act without depending on emotion, because motivation is temporary. Everybody feels motivated after watching a video. Everybody feels inspired on January 1st. But discipline? That's what shows up on random Tuesdays when nobody's watching. And the truth is, discipline develops in levels. Most people never make it past level 2. Not because they're weak, because modern life trains people to avoid discomfort at all costs. Comfort became an addiction, and discipline is the cure. Level 1. Occasional effort. At level 1, you only act when you feel like it. You work out, sometimes. You start goals, sometimes. You're driven by emotion, not structure. When motivation is high, you feel unstoppable. But the second life gets stressful, everything falls apart. This is where most people live. They rely on hype. Motivational videos, podcasts, quotes, temporary inspiration. But inspiration without consistency changes nothing. You know what this looks like in real life? Buying a gym membership, then quitting 11 days later. Making a vision board, then forgetting about it by February. At level 1, discipline is emotional, and emotions are unreliable. Level 2, inconsistent structure. Now you start trying to build habits. But consistency still breaks constantly. You create schedules, then ignore them. You set alarms, then hit snooze. You know what you should do. You just don't do it consistently. This level is frustrating because you're aware of your potential. You see glimpses of the person you could become, but your actions still depend on mood. One productive day makes you feel amazing. One bad day destroys momentum completely. This is where people start calling themselves lazy. But laziness usually isn't the problem. The real problem? Your brain is still addicted to comfort. And comfort always feels easier in the moment. That's why discipline feels painful at first. You're fighting against years of instant gratification. Level 3. Controlled action. At level 3, something changes. You stop negotiating with yourself so much. You begin doing things even when you don't feel motivated. Not perfectly, but consistently enough to build momentum. This is where identity starts shifting. You stop saying, "I'm trying to work out," and start becoming someone who works out. That difference matters. Because disciplined people don't rely on feelings. They rely on standards. At this level, you start finishing tasks. You keep promises to yourself. You become more reliable, and slowly, your confidence increases. Not fake confidence, real confidence. The kind built from evidence. Because every time you do something difficult, your brain starts trusting you more. Level 4. Delayed gratification. This is where discipline becomes powerful. At level 4, you stop chasing instant rewards. You begin thinking long-term. Most people want results immediately. That's why they quit. They go to the gym for 2 weeks and expect transformation. They start a business for 3 months and expect success. But disciplined people understand something most people don't. Small actions repeated consistently create massive results. At this level, you become willing to suffer temporarily for future rewards. You study while others scroll. You save money while others flex online. You stay focused while others chase distractions. And honestly, this level feels lonely sometimes, because discipline separates you from average behavior, but it also separates you from average results. Level 5. Identity discipline. This is where discipline stops feeling forced. It becomes who you are. You no longer debate basic habits. You just do them. Working out becomes automatic. Keeping promises becomes automatic. Staying focused becomes automatic. Why? Because disciplined behavior got attached to your identity. And identity is powerful. People protect their identity naturally. Someone who sees themselves as healthy acts differently. Someone who sees themselves as focused acts differently. At this level, discipline feels less emotional and more mechanical. You understand that feelings are temporary, but standards remain. This is the level where real transformation starts happening. Better health, stronger confidence, more money, mental clarity, improved relationships, not overnight, but steadily, and steady wins long term. Level 6, mental toughness. Now discipline becomes deeper than habits. It becomes resilience. At level 6, you continue moving even during hard seasons, even when life hits you. Stress, failure, rejection, exhaustion. Most people collapse emotionally during discomfort, but mentally disciplined people adapt. That doesn't mean they never struggle. It means they don't let struggle stop them completely. This level is rare, because most people only perform when conditions are perfect. But high-level discipline means functioning even when life feels messy. You stop needing motivation. You stop waiting for the right mood. You understand something powerful. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. And once you realize that, your entire life changes. Level 7, self-mastery. Very few people ever reach this level. At level 7, discipline becomes complete self-control. You control your impulses instead of your impulses controlling you. You don't react emotionally to everything. You choose your actions consciously. You become calm under pressure, focused under stress, consistent under chaos. And the craziest part? From the outside, these people look naturally successful, but nobody sees the years of discipline underneath. People see the results, not the sacrifice. Because self-mastery requires giving up short-term comfort repeatedly. Most people can't do that. They want easy dopamine, easy distractions, easy excuses. But disciplined people understand something average people never learn. Freedom comes from self-control, not from doing whatever you want. So if you want stronger discipline, stop trying to change your whole life overnight. That never lasts. Start smaller. Make one promise to yourself daily, and keep it. That's it. Because discipline grows through repetition, not intensity. Wake up when your alarm rings. Finish one workout. Read 10 pages. Do one difficult thing every day. And most importantly, stop trusting motivation. Build systems instead. Because systems survive bad moods. And once consistency becomes your normal, discipline stops feeling painful. It starts feeling powerful. So ask yourself honestly, what level of discipline are you really on right now? And more importantly, what would your life look like if you actually became consistent for the next 6 months? Because that version of you already exists. Most people just never stay disciplined long enough to meet them. And if you want to understand the next thing destroying modern performance, watch the next video, 7 levels of focus. Because discipline means nothing if your attention is broken.